democracy is on the line. Freedom is on the line. Justice is on the line. Being an African American young male that have a disability, I'm voting not just for myself. I'm voting for those who are like me that cannot vote. Because I know the power in my vote.
Today, we had the privilege of interviewing Pennsylvania District Director of the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, Robert Bruce Hill Jr., to discuss the importance of the civic duty of voting.
I am Robert Bruce Hill Jr. I am the District Director for the state of Pennsylvania, covering all chapters across the entire Commonwealth. And I'm a member of the Road Chapter seated in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Awesome. So what does voting mean to you, Bruce?
Voting is the fundamental right. Voting gives me the opportunity to exercise how I feel and to give the opportunity to candidates who I think will do a great job in their respective elected offices. And I always like to share this story, Ryan. I remember growing up seeing my parents, always come home from work. They would always decide who was going to go vote with one another. It was my aunts, cousins, mom and dad. And it was a serious thing, in a household where there was never not an opportunity where they did not go vote. Every November, whether it was for a special election or even in May or April, depending upon how the cycle goes, they would always go and vote. So it's always been instilled in me, even since I was a young man. And when I was 18 years old, when I had the opportunity to go register to vote, I was excited to go to the polls because I just knew how important it was, and even to know that if I want certain candidates in office, that I had to go make sure that I did cast my vote.
Awesome. What does the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity mean to you?
Alpha Phi Alpha is near and dear to my heart. We are the first fraternity founded for and by African American men in 1906, so we've been in existence for 118 years. And Alpha Phi Alpha develops leaders, and we promote advocacy and brotherhood, and while providing service to our communities. And one of the services that we're able to provide to our community is through education, right? Educating folks around the importance of voting. We have one of our national programs called A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, where we educate the community on the importance of voting, but then also helping them to understand the various different issues, but then also helping them to register, to vote. And through Alpha Phi Alpha, I'm allowed, it's allowed me to really immerse myself, into that.
Awesome. So how could someone be involved if they're interested?
So if someone is interested in Alpha Phi Alpha, there are two ways that you can join the organization. If you're an undergraduate student at a university where we have a chapter seated, or if once you graduated from college, we have what we call alumni chapters, where those men who are interested can go and seek membership.
Awesome. So why Harrisburg today?
So Harrisburg is where we are having our state conference this weekend. Our state conference, it rotates throughout all the cities in which we have chapters. And just what a weekend, right? We had the election coming up, but we just happened to be here in Harrisburg. But it was very important because even the march to the Capitol, we need to encourage our communities. We know so many people don't want to go and vote, but we have to help them to understand and encourage them that it's very important for them to vote.
So does Alpha Phi Alpha as an organization endorse any candidates, or is it nonpartisan?
So we are a nonpartisan organization. However, we would like to provide our members, as well as the community members in which we serve, the opportunity to go and get access to the information, right? Here's the information. You make the choice that's best for you. But we make sure that they are equipped and that they have the tools to go and do all the research and get the information that they need.
Awesome. So real quick before we wrap up,
Absolutely.
Bruce, if there's a message that you can send to voters out there to, really empower them to want to vote and to get them really excited for Election Day, what would you say?
To the person who's out there who will be casting their vote over the next week or so, just remember, folks voted before you so that you can have what you have access to do. And in 20 to 30 years from now, or even next year, someone's depending on you to vote. So just as well as someone paid it forward for you, we have to continue to do the same thing. So that's my message to you. Pay it forward, and you pay it forward by casting your ballot and voting for your best interests and voting for a great future.
This is wonderful work you're doing, Bruce. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Best of luck with everything.
Likewise.
Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you.
We're fighting for the future. We're fighting for tomorrow. We're fighting for basic rights. And this is what we believe in. A voteless people is a hopeless people. Brothers, don't we know that very well? A voteless people is a hopeless people. Right? Let's say it together. A voteless people is a hopeless people.